Well, let's see if that works. Howdy. I'm Grey Pilgrim. Well, this is a different camera. I got sick of the GoPro dying on me all the time, so I'm seeing whether or not my old Chinesium camera will work for this. Anyway, recently I picked up this rather cool gun. This is an 1889 Schmidt Rubin, and it's kind of cool. The magazine holds 12 rounds of what's called GP90. GP90 is 7.5 by, I think it's 3.53. 7.5 by 53 and a scotch. As versus GP11, which is 7.5 by 55. It's downloaded from, well, it was the original smokeless load that the Swiss Army came up with. I have 4 Swiss rifles now. This one, an 1889, a 1911, a K11, and a K31. And so this is the beginning of their straight pull action. And this is the last straight pull action. Oh gosh, and it's got a magazine cutoff on it. Yeah. And they're both just wonderful little rifles, I think. The other two are pretty cool too. Technically I've got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Swiss rifles. I also have technically an Italian Vetterli, but the Vetterli was the rifle, the last black powder rifle that Switzerland issued, and then they sold it off to Italy, who changed it to their model. What was it, 1879 something /15, which was chambered in 6.5 Carcano. Well, anyway, the interesting thing about the Schmidt Rubins is they have this straight pull action. Let me get this out of here just so I won't be bothered by it. And when the bolt comes back, it rotates inside the action here. Let me show you the original Schmidt Rubin action design. You pull back, you push down on this, and you pull it out. And when you do that, this is the bolt. And as you can tell, it has this little pivoting thing here. So when it goes in, there's a pin in there and it rotates it and puts it into the locking position. And when it goes into the locking position, these two locking lugs lock up. Now what's interesting is, this is the initial design, and this is what it actually became later. They've moved the locking lugs up to the front here. It's the same rotating action. It's the same basic design. But this is a much more compact version and actually more robust in that these two locking lugs are inside the bolt itself, the housing of the receiver. This locks on the rear of the receiver and this locks on the front. This is much stronger. Hence this can handle the 7.5, which is about, this is about a 308 type pressure. This is about a 3040 Craig pressure. Like the 3040, this only has 2 locking lugs. This has 2 as well, but they're 2 on the front and much more robust. It's a beautiful system. I just enjoy the heck out of this particular type of rifle. You know, I try to, if I get a rifle from some country, I like to, find out the history of it, find out who developed it, why it was developed, stuff like that. But I also like, if I see different variants and they're relatively economical on the surplus market, I try to pick them up. This 1889 has obviously been sporterized because, they did that. when they ended the service life on these things, they issued a whole bunch of them out to regular folks as they could use them as sporters or as their own personal rifle. Rifle shooting is the Swiss are sort of fanatical about it. Everybody there just loves to go out and shoot, and one of the all-time things that everybody does there is they'll have a shooting contest, and the whole family will go out and they'll have like hot dogs and popcorn and cotton candy and all that for the kids, and then they'll have the range, and they'll have everybody shooting, and they'll have contests for everybody, like the best shot in all of the canton or all of Switzerland for a 17-year-old or something, and and it's a great honor. It's just something that country loves to do. Never mess with the Swiss. There's an old joke that before World War I, Kaiser Wilhelm was talking to a Swiss militiaman, and he said, "What are you going to do if my 1,000,000-man army invades your petty little 500,000 men militia force?" The militiaman shrugged and said, "We'll each shoot twice and we'll go home." Believe him. The Swiss are crack shots. Every one of them probably would be a sniper grade shooter in the West. Just damn good marksmen, damn good warriors. But they're always neutral. They've in modern times they've always been neutral. They do serve as mercenaries in one country, and that's the Vatican. The Vatican Guard is made up of the Swiss, and it's a real honor to do that. And I don't know what they serve, like a year or two in that, and then they go home, and it's considered, I said, a real honor. And Swiss Schmidt Rubin, 1889 through the K31. Beautiful rifle system, beautiful system in general. I don't have any GP90 brass and cartridges yet. I could make them. You just trim down 7.5 GP11 brass to the 7.53-ish, and then just use a round nose bullet and a much lower pressured load. You can even shoot that round in either one of these, and in the K31 it would be a low power load for target shooting, though it wouldn't shoot as straight as a Spitzer would in this thing. I think in an emergency you could shoot a Spitzer in this one, and if this is all you've got and that's all the ammo you've got, well, you might blow up your gun, but go ahead and do it because you're protecting hearth and home. Anyway, that's about all I got to say about that. Oh! Let's see if this works. Happy trails. How do I do this? Push that.